Hello everyone, and welcome back to Base Damage. Hope you are all doing well. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Quintuplet set that is going to be dropping in English on January 24th of this new year. So also Happy New Year. I'm trying to get this out pretty early, but I did record another version of this. I recorded something for this a while back, so this isn't like a complete and total blind reaction. But I'm also going to be 100% with you. That was recorded so long ago, I don't remember any of the cards. And knowing new information about some stuff coming out, I figured it would be better to just re-record it and just go in a little bit more fresh. So by the time that it does come out, I'm a little more up to date and not just like going off of like, 4-month old information or something. So let us start. So Quints, the biggest thing that I've heard from this is that there are cards in this that help the Miku marker deck. I remember taking a look at that and was not impressed. I remember doing test playing for it, and it was absolute garbage, just to say the least. I mean, like, I just didn't like it. So I'm really, really hoping that this makes it better. Sadly, I don't think they said the Yotsuba gets any better, but I'm happy to take any Ichika cards or Itsuki cards to muck around with more of those decks. Yeah, let's get looking into this then. So we do have 45 cards for this. This is a premium booster, so that's kind of the other thing to this. I really wish Bushi would stop with the premium boosters and just make actual sets again. I joke, I know they're still making actual sets and coming out with them, but it just feels like every chance they get, they're like, oh, look, premium booster. And it's just, no. Anyway, so we do have 45 cards for this. So let's get started. I'm just going to try to go through as quickly as I can. My typical first impressions, I usually try to at least highlight the double rares, but because it's all just one rarity, basically. They're all normal rarity, and then they have the shiny versions of each of those. In addition to several of them, as you can see on screen now, have SPs, which they look fantastic. I like those. So I think I have an Ichika in a display over to the side behind me. I think this is very close to the same signature that's up there already. So I don't know if it's just reused or what, but it looks good regardless. So let's start. I'm just going to blitz through these as quickly as I can without losing my voice. We have a 001500 Yotsuba. If all of your characters have Yotsuba in its name, this gets 1500 power and the following ability. When this is reversed, if you have 2 or less in memory, you may send this to memory. So basically for the Yotsuba memory decks in general, this is just constantly going to be a 3k. Also, at the start of your opponent's attack phase, if there is a character in the slot across from this, you may move this to an empty front row slot. So this is going to be very cool. It can run in front. It can run on stage. It gets your memory shenanigans popping off, which I remember the Yotsuba memory deck not being... It wasn't the worst. I mean, the Miku marker one was like the worst, I think. And I think this was like probably the second worst, was the Yotsuba one, sadly. Just in terms of me playing the deck, maybe if I had someone who could pilot the deck better and tell me, it might have made a better impression on me, but just me doing my own test playing, it just did not do anything for me. But really cool, actually. So should help the Yotsuba deck in general, just because it just has everything that you kind of want for it. The whole memory thing, a good starter, etc. So, all right, Ichika. We have 002k. When your other Quints attacks, this gets 1k. So if you become a 4k max, when your other Quints is frontaled, you can pay 1, sack this to return that character that got frontaled to the hand. So I guess this could be pretty decent with the Ichika level 1s. Because they're fairly weak defensively, and you can bounce it back. Or hell, even like the Ichika early play, that on play lets you like grab a specific choice trigger from waiting room. That would be pretty cool. So maybe we'll see. 002k Ichika at the start of your opponent's draw phase, mill 2. If there's a level 2 or higher card amongst those, you may return this card to your hand. Okay, which I know Ichika had like standby like shenanigans that you could do. I never messed with it, but maybe that is more along the lines of those cards, because you're milling to try to get like standby targets into the waiting room, and then you're going to have a higher count of 2 and higher cards in the deck. So seems like the most understandable thing. Wait, hold on. We got to look at these SPs first. So the Yotsuba SP, pretty freaking cool, and the Ichika one. So, all right. The next is 002K. Ichika, on play, pay 1, pitch 1 to salvage back a Quints and give a different character 1,000. When a climax is placed in your opponent's climax area, you can send this to stock. Okay, that could actually come in very handy. I know there's already some salvage stuff with Ichika. I know there's in a Yukata Ichika or something that does some salvage shenanigans. Let's see. 1-0 Ichika, 15. Placed on stage, choose one of your opponent's characters until the end of their next turn. It gains the ability that it can't move to other slots, so anti-standby shenanigans. When this is reversed, if the battle opponent cost 0 or lower, cost 0 or lower stock bomb. Okay, very nice. 1-0 Ichika. Oh god, this is just funny to me. I like this, and I'm probably gonna toss a couple copies of this into a deck. Also, I love the SP is pretty cool. So the SPs, they're also just not doing any alternate arts for the premium boosters. They just the actual sets you could get away with alternate arts. The premium boosters is cool. It's just the card. At least, unlike Hololive, it's an actual SP and not hot stamped. Bushi, listen to me. Please keep doing this. Keep doing signatures for premium boosters and leave the hot stamp stuff somewhere else. You've already ruined Rurouni Kenshin for me. Don't keep, just stop. So this is good. This is good. Not the hot stamp bullshit. Anyway, continuing. This Ichika is a 1-0, 25. If a climax with a choice trigger is in your climax area, this gains choice trigger in any area. So you can trigger this and it's another choice in the deck. So honestly, this is good to run some copies of anyway. When you trigger a card with a choice trigger, including copies of itself if they just happen to be the ones you trigger, choose one of your characters, a Quints, against 2K. Very nice. Which is also very efficient with the Ichika doing a lot of the twin drive mechanics, so that's pretty cool. When your other Ichika is sent, if this is in your back row, oh cool, it can sack itself to save. Okay, this is just good all around. All right, definitely gonna be grabbing copies of this. I like how the other trait is stylish. Let's see, 1-0 Yotsuba 5K. During your turn, if you have a card in memory, she gains 15. So she's basically just normal 5k stats, but then she becomes a 1-0-6-5. Okay, pretty cool. When this card or this card's battle opponent is reversed, that character cannot use Encore, which I'm assuming, as always, and any anti-Encore effects like this count both. It should also count the generic pay 3 rule, so that's really cool. Let's see. Okay, well, this is interesting. It's limited to Yotsuba, but we have a 2500 backup that is the, this is hefty. Okay, this is really hefty. When you use this card's backup, you can discard 4 characters with Yotsuba. If you do, choose one of your opponent's characters and rest it. I guess they didn't want to give Quints just a generic, Hachima rest counter, but you're limiting it to Yotsuba characters already. Even the Hachimas discard 4 Hololive characters. Even if you limit it to just the same, if you were to limit it to just the Quintuplets trait, you have a mirror copy of the Hachima from Hololive. But this is restricted even further to just Yotsuba cards. So they're like, hey, we see Nino and them are too strong already. We see Itsuki is, that's honestly, okay, I already talked myself out of that because that's a very fair point. Because then you can run the Itsuki cards that just go increase your max hand size. Okay, now that I think about that, that's fair. I already talked myself out of it. You don't even have to correct me. Yeah, hopefully this, if you're a Yotsuba player, hopefully this is something that you needed. So this is really cool. But yeah, no, you definitely do not want to give Quints a blanket rest counter like that. No, that's fair. 3-2 10k Ichika on play. Choose up to one character from your hand whose level is equal to or lower than your level. Place it on any slot on your stage, and it gets +1 soul. Okay, so it can play itself and another character basically for free. So that actually could come into play because the second attack, when this attacks, you can pay 4. If you do, choose one of your characters. This turn, it gains the auto ability up to once per turn. When this card's damage is canceled, you may deal the same amount of damage to your opponent. Interesting. It's a hefty cost, but being able to go, hey, I'm not paying 2 for another level 3. It gets the extra soul, which is kind of whatever. But, I mean, once again, you could just give it to, like... You could just give it to, like, one of your finishers or something. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. So, definitely like that. We'll definitely be picking up copies of this and that level 1, most definitely. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this climax combos with Feelings Void of Lies. I do not remember the climax combo for that. Forgive me, please. 00500. At the start of your encore step, you can sack Feelings Void of Lies, which I know climax combos. I want to say it's either the level 1 or the 3. I don't know which one. I think it's level 1 that works with that. Apologies if I'm wrong. Oh, no. It straight up says right here. I forget Weiss Tea Time does this, and I'm just being blind. It works with the set 3. Okay. If you do... So, the set 3... The movie set, level 3 Yotsuba Climax combo. Okay. You can sack it to choose a Quints character in waiting room, add it to hand. So this gives you a very interesting other climax combo to do, because gold bars just stick in the hand. Even if you're not at level 3 playing this combo, you can still... you could do this. You've used your combo. Go grab your Yotsuba with the salvage effect. There we go. Okay, interesting. An act, rest this, give a character 1k. The Miku, which works... Okay, this is like the Fubuki from the Hololive Summer Collection. It was a specific... is a Fubuki with a specific climax swapping ability with 2 specific climaxes. That's what this is. You can pitch one of the climaxes from set 3, either the level 1 climax combo or the level 3. They're both pants. It doesn't... I'm fairly certain I'm correct on that. And you can grab one or the other. So you're like, oh, I'm level 1 and need my level 1 combo. You're good. But like pants, you're just gonna be able to get everything you need whenever. So it's all good. So this is pretty cool. But it is an on play for a level 0, so it's all good. So this does help, I would say, at least any deck to have like its own unique climax swapper, because I think the only other climax swapper for Quints was like an Ichika. I know it was like an Ichika level 0 that did. Let's see. Yotsuba, or I know Ichika did. I think there was another one for other girls. Anyway. Let's see, Yotsuba, when this is placed on stage from your hand, choose one card from your hand. You may send it to stock. Okay. When this is placed on stage from your hand, you can discard a Quints to search your deck for a specific level 1 Yotsuba coming up at number 15. Okay. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. No. But, okay, it is this one. So you can specifically search this Yotsuba. Okay, cool. All right, so the Itsuki, though, is a 002K. When this is placed on stage, you can choose one card. Okay, so you're already reusing effects here. Oh, and this is a Climax Swapper for Itsuki. Okay, so there you go. More Climax Swappers. I guess maybe this set's just, like, trying to give, like, more generic effects to, like, oh, hey, you're trying to do, like, waifu builds, but not every waifu deck has, you know, the Climax Swapper. You know, let's make certain everyone has it, you know. I don't know. Maybe that's the intention. Maybe it's not, but I know I need to grab some of these most definitely. Let's see, Yotsuba. If you have another Quints, this gains 3k, so she's a 6. Oh, I'm skipping past these SPs. The Itsuki one looks really cute for that. That is so adorable. Alarm. If this card is on top of your clock at the start of climax phase, choose one of your characters. This turn, it gains the following ability. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, you can send the top card of your opponent's clock to the waiting room. If you do, send that character to clock. So some removal, very nice, and it doesn't target. That's the other big thing too. So okay. So this Yotsuba can be searched by the other level 0. If this is in your... Okay, so it has an act to send itself to memory to grab the level 3. I think Unparalleled Beauty was the level 3. Possibly. And you can salvage that back from waiting room to hand. If this is in your memory at the start of your main phase, you can pay 1, pitch 1, choose it to one climax with a bar trigger in your hand. Reveal it. Oh, okay. Then choose a climax of the bar trigger in your waiting room and swap them. Okay, so this is still interesting. So it is a climax swapper, but it's at the start of main phase, which is interesting. Okay. I'm interested. I'm definitely interested, so we'll see. Miku, 104k. During your turn, if you have 2 or more other Quints, this gains 2k, so it's 6k. It's green constantly. Yeah, Miku's cards were green before. On attack, pay 1, you can twin drive, you can trigger check twice. Okay. 1/1 Itsuki. On play, she gets a buff. Okay. Placed on stage from hand, if you have 4 more Quints, you get to choose a Quints in waiting room and send it to stock. So it pays for itself. She counts herself for the buff, so she could become a 85. 85 for 1 turn. I had to do the math again in my brain. Alrighty. No, okay, so for that one, Unparalleled Beauty, I think, might be the level 1. Because this one states the level 3 combo, and it's called Special Yotsuba. Okay, so this is... Okay, so this one lets you grab the level 1 combo. Okay. That's what I'm assuming. Process of elimination. Eventually, we will reach the correct answer. 2/1 7k Yotsuba. On play, she gets a buff equal to the number of your Quints times 1,000. And she counts herself, so she can become a +5. She can become a 12k. When Feelings Void of Lies is placed in your comics area. If this is in your front row, search your deck for a Special Yotsuba, which is the level 3. Show it to your opponent, add it to hand, then put up to 1 card from the top of your deck into stock. So the blind stock I don't care for, but whatever. Either way, it lets you search out your level 3 combo. Just on play in general. And you're already running the Feelings Void of Lies for another combo in the deck anyway. So there you go. Alright, we have a 3/2 Miku. If you have 2 or less climaxes, it gets an early play. If all of your characters are Quints, it gains 15. And the ability, when it gets frontaled, you can discard a card to return this to hand. And it's also a heal 1 on play. Okay. So it's just meant to like bounce back, heal, bounce back, heal, bounce back, heal. So 3/2 Itsuki. If your opponent has a level 3 or higher character, this can be early played. When this is placed on stage from hand, look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Put them back in any order. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's characters. Return it to hand. Placed on stage if you have another Quints. This gains 2k until the end of your opponent's next turn. So this is major because, one, just having like the cards that you can just toss into your level for experience anyway. But then this also does really good with like digging and whatnot. So this could actually be very useful. Okay. We have a 3/2 Yotsuba. Oh, I am flying past all these SPs and stuff again. I'm so sorry. Oh, I thought we had more. Okay. Let us see. 3/2 Yotsuba. If you have 2 or more memory, and all of your cards in memory either have Yotsuba or is reasoning for transferring schools, which I know is an event. I just don't remember what that event is. But as long as you have those, it gets an early play. When this is placed on stage from hand, put up to 1 card from the top of your deck into stock, then perform the following effect. You may choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters. Okay, it's the downgrade ability. If you choose one of their level 1 or higher characters, they swap that character with another character in their waiting room, which is at least 1 level lower. So that is really nice. Okay. So, I mean, the downgrade effects like that are always good in general, because being able to just get rid of some of the more annoying cards on the field is always good. So you have Ichika, 00500. One, I actually really like the art for this. This is really cute. Placed on stage from hand, all of your opponent's front row characters get -5. Okay. So pay 1, pitch 1, drop searcher. Okay. So that's really cool. I'm fairly certain there's like bountiful amounts of drop searchers. I'm trying to think for like Ichika in specific, like in particular, but you can run this wherever. Let's see. Nino 00500. When this is placed on stage from hand, search your deck for up to 1 Quints character. Oh, this is okay, this is actually really good. I've been pointed out that effects like this are actually really good. This is, in Yu-Gi-Oh terms, this is Armageddon Night. If anybody knows what that is, I will put it on screen if I remember to do so. Basically, on play, you get to pick a Quints from your deck and send it to the waiting room instead of add it to your hand. Which this is perfect for Nino because you get to send the specific standby targets that you want. Like maybe you just refreshed, but you have the level 2 combo ready to pop off. Oh, I don't have any of the level 2 combo in waiting room. What am I going to do? Oh, look, play this level 0, send it from deck to waiting room, and then play the combo you're able to pop off. So, okay, understandable. And when this is sent from stage to waiting room, you can pay 2 to choose a character in your waiting room, add it to hand. This could also be very good because you could play this like back row. Do your shenanigans with standby. Then later on, if you trigger another standby, because you get to pick you're able to, with Nino, you're able to choose what you trigger so much, so you're purposely trying to make more standbys go off. You can purposely summon over top of this, like a level 3 or level 2 or level 3 or whatever, and then pay out to the standby immediately. Because it would be sent to the waiting room, you can pay the stock, and then you would be able to pay that out and salvage back something. So this is actually amazingly good synergy for the standby deck. Okay, cool. Awesome. Oh, this is actually really nice. Okay, I do remember this card the first time I went over this. This is so many levels of good, actually. This Itsuki is on play. You can choose a card in your level zone and one card in your waiting room and swap them. This lets you fix your experience because there's a lot of Itsuki cards that require higher levels of experience. And it really sucks if RNG just like screws you in the rear and is just like, oh, hey, you didn't get your experience. Ha ha ha. You can't pull off your level 1 combo because all you need is a level 2 or higher experience. But, oh, look, I have an appropriate level 3 target to put a level 3 to put into the level. Let me just go ahead and do that right now with this. So this is really nice. As well as an act to pay 1 and sack itself to salvage back a Quints. Once again, okay, let's fix your level 1 combo. Let's fix the experience for your level 1 and then sack it to grab back the level 1 from waiting room. So that's actually really good. Or any of your other combo pieces that you need. It's just like, this is just a really good card overall. So we'll definitely be picking up copies of this as well. Oh Lord. I just need to buy singles. I don't need to buy any boxes of this stuff. I don't need it. All right, so we have Itsuki. If 001K, if it has a marker, gains 3 on play, you can top check. If it's a Quints or an event, put it underneath as a marker. Wait, I thought Miku was supposed to be getting the marker shenanigans, not Itsuki. What's going on? I realize it's coming up, but it's still pretty good level 0. 1015 Itsuki. Let's see. On play, pitch a card to search your deck for a level 0 or lower character. Place it on stage in any slot. Okay, this could actually be very good to grab the Brainstormers and the other cards that increase your max hand size, or just grabbing Brainstormers in general. And this is a level 1 reverser. No, this is good. I like this. So definitely picking up copies of this as well. 10 Itsuki for each of your other Quints. This gets 500 power. So plus 2k. Oh, okay. It's a level 2 Slayer. So plus 2k from the first ability makes it a 1055. And then on attack, if the character crosses level 2, it becomes an 11-5 before any other buffs. And you can get a decent amount of buffs with Itsuki. So if you feel the need for a level 2 Slayer, here she is. 10 Ichika, 104k, when placed on stage from hand, this gets X power. X is equal to the number of your Quints times 5. On play, discard a card, choose a level 0 lower character in your waiting room, place it on your slot. Okay, so just like this is able to bring back, like, you search your deck and summon a level 0. This lets you grab one back from waiting room. So once again, you could grab, I mean, it's really good because there's an Ichika Brainstormer that's like a mil 5. So I mean, that's really good. So there you go. The only one that I immediately can think of off of this is like a Brainstormer, but I'm certain there's other really good level 0s too. 10 Nino. This is placed on stage from hand. She gets 1500 power for the turn, so she'll be a 6k. And she's a level 1 drop searcher. Is that even necessary? I'm fairly certain Nino has more than enough ways to like search the deck. Whatever. You got extra. So don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? 1-1 Itsuki backup. This is a 3k backup. But when you pay you're still paying the 1, which is right here. Reveal this from your hand and place it on the bottom of your deck is the cost. Like, that's actually kind of cool. It's kind of like, there was a it's like a promo, or there was like a level 1 backup from the SAO Anniversary set that did something similar. And here's the thing. There's also a lot of Itsuki cards that work off of act ability. Okay, didn't mean to highlight all of that. Thank you. That are based off of act abilities, and backups are acts. So there you go. That's pretty cool. 2-1 Ichika with Alarm. I'm alarmed that they are still using this effect in the year of our Lord 2025. It's a new year. When this is placed on stage from hand, mill 3. If there's a climax, choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lower front row characters, send it to waiting room. If this card is on top of your clock... Okay. At the start of your climax phase, if this is the top card of your clock and you have a full field of Quints, or 4 or more other Quints, draw 2, pitch 2. Is that even necessary? I'm not knocking it, but I don't think it's necessary. Anyway. Oh, okay, yeah, let's get a memory kick. I'm fairly certain there was already like a Nino memory kick backup. It's all blending together. I don't even know anymore. No, Nino had some other backup stuff, but either way, a 3K backup that is a memory kick. So awesome. 2-1 Nino. Okay, so I don't remember this. The Our Resolve Nino. All of your other Our Resolve Nino get plus 500 power and the ability up to once per turn when this card's damage is canceled. So it's not like on attack. I'm glad when this is, okay, wait until you see if the damage gets canceled, then you can pay the cost. I really hate the effects that are like, oh, on attack, pay this cost. Then if you get canceled, not on Twitter, then you can do a burn effect. Or like a mill the top card, then burn, or something, some shit like that. But this is, we at least wait to see if the damage gets canceled. But you do burn for 4. It's not like you like burn for like the same amount or anything like we saw with the other Ichika. This is just a straight up 4, and which is very fair considering you're paying 2, pitching 2. So, and it's a level system. Sorry, almost didn't see that. Am I missing any SPs? We do not have any other SPs. It doesn't look like. We have a 2-1 Itsuki. Experience of 5 during your turn. If you experience of 5 or more, this gains 6K. So it's a 13. That's huge. Act. Discard a Quints. Reveal the top card of your deck. Oh, this is the Mio. Okay. There's a Mio and a Hololive that has this same effect. Act. Discard a Quints. Reveal the top card of your deck. If you revealed a Quints character, this turn, this gets the following ability. When attacking, you can choose one of your opponent's back row characters instead as the frontal attack. That's amazing, and I don't know what the hell I clicked there. That's amazing, and I definitely plan to put this in a deck. So that's just good. I want to put that Mio in more Hololive decks, but this isn't a Hololive thing. Oh, we do have more SPs. Okay. I lied to you. It was all part of my plan. We have a 3-2 Nino. It's a 9-5. At the start of your climax phase... Oh, okay, this replaces that one Ichika. There was an Ichika from like an earlier set that did literally this exact same card. I do remember seeing this. So at the start of your climax phase, you can bounce this back to hand to choose up to 1 Quints in your hand to summon it where this was. It has an act to pay to rest itself to burn for 1. So what you do is, during your main phase, you have this on the center stage. You pay to tap this to burn 1. And then you can, when you play like a standby or something, or it could be in the back row as well, honestly, but typically you're probably just going to summon it like, if you do it at the level 2 or something, or if you do any of the ones that let you like restand itself, which I think there's a level 2, there's the level 2 Nino, there's also a level 3 that does it. It's not the one that's typically run, but there is a level 3 that does that. So then you could, oh, no. So you bounce this and summon something else there. Sorry, I'm thinking... I got to thinking of the level 0s that typically bounce back when you play a climax. Because you can do this effect at the start of climax phase, whether you play a climax or not. My brain. So just at the beginning of climax phase, bounce this, summon something else. You'll get like on-play heal effects and stuff like that. So that's still really good. That's really good. 3. So this can also very easily replace some level 3 choices in the Nino standby. Do I need to update each of those decks? I might have to do some new deck profiles for each of these. 3-2 10K. When this is placed on stage from hand, search your deck for a Quints. Show it to your opponent, add it to hand. Okay, so you just get to drop search. Pretty cool. On attack, you can pay 2, pitch 1. If you do, your opponent mills the bottom 4 cards of their deck to the waiting room, and this gets 1,000 power. And you get to burn equal to the number of climaxes sent by this effect, which is major. So, all right, very, very lovely SPs. Bushi, please stop making the border, the background, the same color as the signature. Please do a contrasting color. It would be greatly appreciated for people who want to see the shiny signatures. Let's see. 00 Nino. When a climax is placed in your climax area, choose one of your characters that gets the ability on attack. Look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Choose one, put it back on top, send the rest away. So another one of the typical Nino pick what you're going to trigger effects. Then a brainstorm. Pay 1, tap this, mill 4 for each climax. Look at up to 3 cards, add 1 card amongst them to your hand. Okay, very good. Okay, I looked at all that. We got a Miku SP. That's really cute. Let's see. It says 001K. If you do not have another copy of this, all of your other What She Wants to Do Miku climax combo effect mills +1 more from the bottom of the opponent's deck. Oh, is it like an icy tail? Hold on. I have it. I literally have it to the side here. Give me un momento. We are researching live here on Base Damage without having to change the tab if I can find the correct page. Here we go. Okay, so this level 3 Miku states, on attack, if the pants is in play, pay 1, put the bottom 4 cards of your opponent's deck into the waiting room. If there's a climax amongst those, burn 1 X times, which X is equal to the number of how many copies of her you have on the field. So you're trying to tri-field her for sure. So let's see. So basically with all of those, you get to mill 5 instead of 4. So that's pretty cool. Because you can't make it mill 6 because you can't have another copy of this on field. When this is placed on stage from hand, look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck, put them back on top in any order, and a brainstorm, pay 1, rest this, mill 4. For each climax, salvage back a character with Miku. So Miku only support, very understandable. Let's see, 00 Miku. I kind of liked when Quints had the stuff like the Exodia combo that used multiple of the girls. And all of the effects now are very much geared towards focus on one type of girl, which I can understand because, I mean, hell, I make the waifu decks. I get it. But I would love to see a little bit more synergy with all of the girls. I mean, it's still a harem show, guys. Let's be real. So how cool would that be? Like I said, I know there's the Exodia combo. I have the deck. It's whatever. So anyway, my brain farted on this. This Miku, on play, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card's level 2 or higher, choose one of your opponent's front row level 0 or lower characters in the waiting room. Okay. When this attacks, if you're one or less other characters, you can mill 1 if that's a level 0 or lower character. Place it on stage in any back row slot. So real useful. Okay. We have a couple left. 00 Miku. If you do not have another Quints, this does not stand during your stand phase. It's a clean cut. It's a 3K clean cut. When the battle opponent becomes reversed, choose one of your other Quints, rest it, move it to an empty back row slot. Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty good. This probably also helps a good bit for the Miku deck, because I don't remember what other Miku brainstormers were, like, really good. So, there you go. Let's see. 101K. When this is placed on stage from hand, you can discard a climax to search your deck for a Quints and add it to your hand, which is very understandable for an 8 pants deck. This is actually very good for that. And it's a cost 0 or lower bottom deck reverser. Okay. 10 Nino. On play, she gets a buff. On play, you can pitch a Quints to draw a card. There's already level 0s that do this. I don't know. It's whatever. 2-1 Miku. During your turn, if there's a marker underneath this, it gets 9K. Holy shit, that gets huge. Hold on. So that becomes like a 14 by itself? Damn. Okay. On play, you get to choose an unparalleled beauty Miku in your waiting room and place it underneath this card as a marker. Okay. At the end of this card's attack, you can sack the pants, not holding back. If you do, draw 2, discard the same amount, then choose any 2 Quints in your waiting room and send them to stock. This is very interesting. Okay, kind of liking the combos here. Also, very, very cute SP. Nino, a 224K. Global... I'm assuming global 15. Doesn't say... It says assist. It might just be in front. Gains 15. When you trigger a standby, draw 1, pitch 1. And a 3-2 Miku on play... on attack, it gets a buff equal to the number of your other Quints, so it can gain 2k. And up to 1 time per turn. The turn this was placed on stage from hand. When the battle opponent becomes reversed, you can pay 1, pitch 2 if you do stand this. And that is going to be it. Lots of cute little SPs. Obviously, there's no like major combos. This is just a supportive set, which is totally cool. I have zero issue with that. I'm gonna finish on like an Itsuki card here. That sounded really weird to say. Ichika. That was a very weird sus wording there, Cade. Thank you. It's very much a supportive set. There's a lot of cards in here that I want, but I can probably just buy singles and be completely and totally content with that. Shout outs to the Miku players. I really hope that the cards you're able to get from this are able to help. There seems to be a good number of other cards that do help the Miku marker deck, most definitely. But there's also just cards in here that just help every single one of them in general. It feels like Yotsuba kind of got the short end of the stick still, but at the same time, all the other ones were... the other three were just, like, outside of Miku. The other three, being Ichika, Nino, Itsuki, are just so strong as it is that they don't need much help in the realm of buffing, to be completely fair. It almost feels like it was meant to try to bring the Miku and the Yotsuba up to the level of these guys, but then still getting some support for that. So, with that, that is going to be it for us today. Once again, this drops. The Quints Premium Booster will drop on January 24th. Hopefully, I wasn't lazy and didn't wait until the last second to post this. Sweat drop emoji? I don't know. Thank you all very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. If you want to, feel free to like, subscribe. If not, it's cool. Hey, thanks for stopping by to check out the video. We always need more quintuplets in our lives. I think they're supposed to be making more anime stuff for it, strangely enough. Yeah, that is going to be it. Feel free to join the Discord if you want. So there should be a link in the description. And we'll see you on the flip side. Stay based.